So you may have seen my process of laying down beats in Maschine in some of my other videos, but in this one I will also be showing you some simple techniques for arranging and editing the tracks in Ableton and also making transitions. So here's the actual beat I made. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're into Ableton and Maschine tutorials. And now let's get right into the video. So I just start with the basic kick and snare pattern, and the drum samples are really great sounding. They are from the battery library. Layering a simple hi-hat on top of the kick and snare. And so now that we have the basic groove, I go to my bass sound. Setting up the filter envelope and lowering the resonance so I get the bite, the growl that I want. And so I added some juicy chords. Yeah, so if you've watched some of my previous videos, you know I like to do at least 2 scenes so that I have enough material to arrange later on and basically serve as a verse and chorus. So yeah, this is the second scene. Using the same key, which is G minor, I think, but different chords, different bass line. Actually, I did one more scene with some strings on top. So yeah, that was pretty much all I did inside Maschine. Once I laid down the main idea of the track, I exported the separate tracks and imported them into Ableton Live. You can check out my tutorial on how to do this down in the description of the video and in the card up in the right hand corner. But right now we'll be concentrating on the arrangement, the transitions, the editing, and basically making it more of a finished track. So these are the 3 scenes laid one after the other in consecutive order. And I've colored scene 2 in a different color so I can differentiate between them easily. First thing I usually do is I turn down all the tracks to free up some headroom on the master channel. And then I start editing, duplicating parts, cutting stuff, reversing stuff. So first of all, I create a basic intro by using the duplicate time feature in Ableton, Command-Shift-D, so I can make this section longer without overlapping it with the next one, and then I remove the bass and some of the drums. So I just reverse this part. Choose the complex warping mode. And I'm gonna create 2 warp markers so I can just grab this one note and stretch it. So a nice intro transition. Let me now do the transition between the 2 scenes. So yeah, I'm also editing the drums, straighten the audio tracks, remove some hits, duplicate some hits, just make a variation of the main pattern for the transition. Cool, so now I just duplicate this whole mini arrangement that I have. So now I have an arrangement that is twice as long. I also add a shaker loop and I just keep on making edits and transitions. So I then go on to add Valhalla Supermassive to the polysynth. To make it wider, I choose the preset called Synth Ensemble. I'm gonna lay down some tambourines. So I'm gonna be sending the lead, track number 9, to return channel A, where I have realm. And yeah, now making more transitions, chopping and duplicating this part, and I'm gonna reverse the copy. Switch the warping mode to complex. And next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna automate the send amount to realm for this track and increase the send amount just at the transition, and it sounds dope. Oh yeah, and by the way, here's how I do the ending. I just end on the first note of the bar, and again I'm gonna automate realm so that I have a nice reverb at the end. Again, automating realm for the intro with the chords. I'm starting from more reverb and decreasing the reverb, which gives the impression of the sound getting closer and closer to us. And so another way I do a transition is I just copy parts of a musical phrase. So I'm doing it here with the lead part. So I just reverse it and we have a cool transition. also another transition that helps sustain the listener's attention is to just remove some notes from the beginning of the next phrase. So this makes the transition even more noticeable. So I'm gonna be playing the finished result of the session now. I wouldn't necessarily call it a finished track. I didn't really do much mixing. I think it sounds kind of okay. Only added some drum bass on the group of the drums and a waves limiter on the master channel. So let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hope to see you in the next one.